Okay.
Hi, Deb.
Hi, Christopher.
Hi, everyone.
We've got a new little series. So, back, I don't know what year, I'll let you tell the story.
Okay.
You went through a bit of a challenging time when you were doing security work
Oh, yeah. Yes.
and could have been looking at 7 years in jail.
7 years jail. Yes. 1989, November 1989. You could probably Google it to see the exact date, but
3 years after the ghost.
November 1989, I was arrested at it was U2 BB King Love Comes to Town tour, Sydney Entertainment Centre, and I was charged with maliciously inflict grievous bodily harm, one down for manslaughter, assault occasion actual bodily harm, and assault. So yeah, I'll take you through some of that if you like.
Give us the story. How did this occur?
So I was running the security at the Sydney Entertainment Centre, U2, BB King, and every night at all the shows, for years and years, there were always scalpers out the front of the venue, scalping tickets, selling tickets to the shows, and these scalpers would buy up lots and lots of tickets and then sell them at inflated prices.
When it was sold out or...
When it was sold out. And so they'd always stand out the front of the entertainment centre and, trying to sell their tickets, and the security guys would always come along and tell them to move, get off the entertainment centre premises, go across the road, stand across the road. And we don't have any authority. But when you're on the entertainment centre premises, I would always instruct the security people to
Tell them to move on.
Tell them to move on. And 9 times out of 10, they'd move on. Anyway, this particular night, they called me on the radio and said, "Look, Chris, this one bloke's not refusing to leave."
And you knew him.
And so when I get out there, and it's a guy called Glenn Feeney from Glebe in Sydney, and I knew Glenn. He was a well-known Sydney armed robber, actually. Had a record as long as your arm for armed robbery, assault police, and I knew him through my wife-to-be, Vicky, at the time. Her family were some shady characters. That's another video in itself. But they all knew Glenn, I knew Glenn, and so I went out there, and there's Glenn. And I said, "Come on, Glenn, go across the road, mate." And he had the shits for whatever reason, and he was like, telling me to fuck off. And I said, "Come on, mate, just go across the road, sell your tickets, everybody's happy." And he spat in my face, and I just instinctively went whack and punched him in the face, and he went down on the ground. And I kicked him and kept kicking him, and then just left him. And then later on, the police turned up and questioned me. Glenn was quite severely hurt, as it turned out. I didn't realise that at the time.
So you just lost your shit because he spat at you?
Lost my shit. He spat in my face, belted him. When he went down on the ground, kicked him a couple of times out of, anger, Bastard
Captain
spat
Cranky.
in my face. As it turns out, I get arrested and taken to the Sydney Police Centre, where I spend the night. Hold that.
Part 2 coming up.
Okay.
Getting long.
I'm in the police cell, Sydney Police Centre. We'll be back.
No.